Hello, everyone. I'm Emma, and welcome to Emma's English Stories. Today, we are going to explore the life of one of history's most infamous figures, Adolf Hitler. The truth about Hitler is more complex than many people think. We will learn his story in simple English, and along the way, I will teach you new words in context. By the end, you will know more history and learn English at the same time. Let's start. Adolf Hitler was born on April 20th, 1889, in a small town called Braunau am Inn in Austria. His father, Alois, was strict and often angry. His mother, Clara, was gentle and loved her children very much. Adolf had 5 siblings, but many of them died young. As a child, Hitler showed an interest in art. He liked to draw and paint, and he dreamed of becoming a famous artist. However, his father wanted him to have a regular job. Adolf's relationship with his father was difficult, full of arguments and punishments. In school, Adolf was an average student. He liked history and German language, but he struggled with other subjects. As a teenager, he started to develop strong ideas about society and politics. He often talked about his beliefs with friends, and sometimes he became very emotional during debates. When he was 18, Adolf moved to Vienna to study art. He applied to the Vienna Academy of Fine Arts, but was rejected twice. These failures affected him deeply. He lived in small rooms, often poor, and had to find small jobs to survive. In Vienna, Adolf was exposed to new ideas about politics and society. He read newspapers, books, and listened to speeches. Some of the ideas he learned were nationalist and anti-Semitic. Anti-Semitic means having negative thoughts about Jewish people. At this time, Hitler started forming beliefs that would shape his future. He was also interested in German culture, music, and architecture. He admired grand buildings and often sketched designs for them. Despite his artistic dreams, his life in Vienna was difficult. He lived in poverty and sometimes slept in shelters for the homeless. When World War I started in 1914, Hitler volunteered for the German army. He was eager to serve and felt it was his duty. During the war, he worked as a messenger and fought on the front lines. He was injured twice and received medals for bravery. The war affected Hitler deeply. Germany lost the war in 1918, and Hitler, like many others, felt angry and humiliated. He believed Germany was betrayed by politicians and other groups in society. This belief later influenced his political career. After the war, Hitler returned to Munich. Germany was in crisis. The economy was weak, and many people were poor and angry. Hitler joined a small political group called the German Workers' Party. He quickly became a strong speaker, attracting attention for his speeches. Hitler's ability to speak in public helped him rise in politics. He promised to restore Germany's power and improve life for its citizens. Many people believed him because they were frustrated and looking for hope. After the First World War, Hitler stayed involved in politics. In 1919, he joined a small group called the German Workers' Party. He quickly became popular because of his strong speeches. People listened to him, inspired by his promises to make Germany powerful again. By 1920, the party changed its name to the National Socialist German Workers' Party, or NSDAP. Hitler created the party's symbols and ideas, including the famous swastika. He worked hard to organize meetings, marches, and propaganda campaigns. His skill in public speaking gave him influence and attracted new members. In November 1923, Hitler and his followers tried to take control of the government in Munich. This event is called the Beer Hall Putsch. They hoped to start a revolution and gain power quickly. The putsch failed. The police stopped Hitler and his followers, and many were arrested. Hitler was sent to prison for treason. Despite the failure, this event made him more famous in Germany. People started to recognize his name, and some supported his ideas. While in prison, Hitler had time to think and write. He wrote a book called Mein Kampf, which means My Struggle. In this book, he explained his political ideas, his beliefs about race, and his vision for Germany. The book was not only about politics, it also included his personal story, his childhood, and his experiences in the war. Although many people disagreed with his ideas, the book gave him a platform to spread his thoughts to more people. After he left prison, Hitler continued working for the NSDAP, using the lessons he learned from the failed putsch. In the late 1920s and early 1930s, Germany faced serious problems. The economy was weak, many people were unemployed, and the Treaty of Versailles had caused anger and resentment. Hitler and the NSDAP used these problems to gain support. Hitler promised to restore Germany's pride, rebuild the economy, and create jobs. He spoke in front of large crowds and used newspapers, posters, and radio to reach people. Slowly, more Germans began to support him. By 1933, Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany. This was the beginning of his control over the country. After becoming Chancellor, Hitler quickly worked to strengthen his power. He passed laws that gave him more control over the government. He used propaganda and speeches to convince people to follow him. The National Socialist German Workers' Party became the only political party in Germany, and opposition was punished. During this time, Hitler focused on building a strong military, controlling education, and promoting nationalist ideas. He also started preparing Germany for expansion, which would later lead to the Second World War. Now, let's return to our hook. The truth about Adolf Hitler is more complex than many people think. Here is a surprising fact. Hitler was actually a vegetarian for much of his life, and he loved dogs very much, especially his German shepherd named Blondie. Even people with knowledge of his cruel actions sometimes do not know these personal details. This shows that historical figures can be complicated with different sides to their personality. If you want to continue learning English while exploring history, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Each video teaches you new words and phrases through real stories from history. Comment below which word you learned today, and don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed this story. After becoming Chancellor in 1933, Hitler quickly became the dictator of Germany. He controlled the government, the police, and the media. People had little freedom to disagree with him. Schools taught Nazi ideas, and children were trained to be loyal to Hitler. Many people supported him because they believed he would improve Germany's economy and restore national pride. However, Hitler also punished anyone who opposed him. His dictatorship was strict and dangerous. Hitler wanted Germany to be powerful and to gain more territory. He built a strong army and began taking control of neighboring countries. In 1939, Germany invaded Poland. This event started World War II. The war spread quickly. Many countries fought against Germany, including Britain, France, and the United States. Hitler's strategies at first were successful, but the war became long and destructive. Millions of soldiers and civilians died during the conflict. During Hitler's rule, he and the Nazis started the Holocaust. This was the systematic killing of millions of Jewish people and other groups, including Roma, disabled people, and political opponents. Hitler's ideas about race were extreme and cruel. People were sent to concentration camps where many died from starvation, disease, or execution. The Holocaust is remembered as one of the most tragic events in human history. As World War II continued, Germany began losing battles. Cities were destroyed, and many Germans suffered. By 1945, Allied forces were closing in on Berlin. Hitler stayed in a bunker under the city. On April 30th, 1945, Adolf Hitler died in his bunker. His death marked the end of the Nazi regime in Germany. After the war, the world learned about the full extent of his crimes, and history continues to study how one person could have such a large impact on the world. Adolf Hitler's life is a reminder of the dangers of hatred, extreme beliefs, and total power. It is important to study history, understand the past, and learn lessons for the future. At the same time, we can learn English by reading and listening to stories about real events. Learning history through stories helps you remember new words and understand how people thought and acted. By combining education with language learning, you improve your English and gain knowledge about the world. Keep improving your English while discovering fascinating moments from history. Subscribe to Emma's English Stories and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson. Every video introduces you to new words, phrases, and ideas through powerful stories.